Up at 9:30 tonight, 3 deaths, all connected to the same drug treatment facility here in Oklahoma. Some former patients say the facility's program is based on Scientology, and the staff refuses to give people the prescription medicine. Fox 25's Marissa Mendelson looked into the facility's history to find out more about these deaths. It's tonight's Fox investigation. Marissa.
Well, Narconon Arrowhead is a drug treatment center in the town of Canadian in Pittsburgh County. A former patient contacted us after he became concerned about deaths that occurred there. So we contacted Narconon to get some answers.
That's about all I can really add to that without breaking down completely.
Colin Henderson struggled with prescription drug abuse for more than 3 years.
Finally called out for help to some family members and with the Lord. And that's when we started doing some research with facilities across, not just Oklahoma, but across the surrounding area.
That's when Colin came across the website for Narconon Arrowhead. On the site, there are many references to L. Ron Hubbard, who is the founder of Scientology.
Narconon's New Life Detoxification Program is a culmination of L. Ron Hubbard's drug rehabilitation research and is the only program of its kind.
Before deciding to go to Narconon, Colin says he asked a recruiter some questions.
I need to be absolutely sure without a shadow of a doubt that there is no Scientology practices or teachings going on at this facility. And the answer that I received was absolutely not. We just use the L. Ron Hubbard technology.
In July of 2007, Colin checked into Narconon in Canadian, Oklahoma, and the experience was not what he expected.
They're extremely holistic. They don't believe in modern medicine and any prescription drugs or psychiatry. So with that mentality, that's why they want to keep people off of their medications as much as possible.
Colin says the facility refused to give him his blood pressure medication. Instead, Narconon gives vitamins to all of its patients, which it calls students.
My system was kind of starting to freak out.
Why wouldn't they give you your blood pressure medication?
They would say that the medication is only masking your symptoms.
However, Colin says after more than a week of being there, he persuaded the people at the facility to give him his meds.
Just told them, you're giving me my blood pressure medication or you'll hear from my lawyer. And then they handed my blood pressure medication right over.
Unhappy with his experience at Narconon, Colin checked out after 2 weeks, but others did not leave alive.
It breaks my heart, and I know it breaks a lot of other people's hearts.
Gabriel Graves, Hillary Holton, and Casey Wernick all died after checking into Narconon.
It's evil what's going on over there. It's very evil.
We went by Narconon Arrowhead, and while getting video of the facility from across the street, 2 employees drove up to us. Can you tell us anything about the deaths that have occurred here?
No, any comments on that?
Me either.
According to court documents, in February of 2009, Casey Wernick checked into Narconon. Around a month later, Casey died. The lawsuit filed by her family says Casey was at Narconon when she became seriously ill with an upper respiratory infection.
The responsible Narconon personnel ignored Casey's worsening condition and gave her the wrong prescription medication.
The suit claims the employees and agents of Narconon Arrowhead lacked sufficient training and expertise to properly assist Casey with this illness, and further failed and refused to ensure that Casey received timely outside medical attention and prescription medication. That case settled before going to trial. The family's attorney, Mike Atkinson, says the terms of that settlement are confidential.
And that obligates my clients, Keith and Connie, and me not to comment or discuss the terms of the settlement.
According to incident reports, on April 9th of last year, Hillary Holton checked into Narconon.
She had not been there a very long time at all.
2 days later, Hillary died at the facility.
We are investigating to determine whether she received appropriate care and indeed whether Narconon Arrowhead should have even admitted her as a student or a patient for their program.
Then in August of 2011, Gabriel Graves checked into Narconon. Then 2 months later, Gabriel's roommate found him dead in his bed.
We see this happening, and it's been happening for over 20 years. And our state is not doing anything about it.
Now Colin Henderson hopes something happens to help make sure no more lives are lost.
And we know that if this place would not be open, if our Oklahoma officials would do the right thing and just investigate this place and not take incident reports from them, there could have been 3 lives saved.
And we contacted the CEO of Narconon Arrowhead, Gary Smith. He did not want to do an interview, but he did send a statement. Smith says prescribed medication is not withheld from Narconon's clients, and he says the facility has a 24-hour-a-day nursing staff. Now, if you want to read Narconon's full statement, just go to our website, OKCFox.com/links. Jamie, back to you.
Marissa, thank you. Tomorrow night, Marissa looks into Narconon's legal history and finds out if state officials are doing anything to make sure no more deaths happen at the facility. That's tomorrow night on the Primetime News.